So welcome to this introduction video to the new Metrixlab recruitment platform. On this platform, you'll be able to see all your current vacancies and the status of the candidates. You will also be able to monitor what recruitment agencies are doing and how much candidate they're submitting to you and how those candidates are progressing in the interview process. The platform has been developed as part of a much larger coordination project within Metrixlab. So you have now one coordinator you can always contact, and this coordinator is going to liaise between recruitment agencies, yourself, and eventually the candidates. So here the platform. So you have your link here to enter the platform. You'll be provided with those. And then you have obviously your credentials. So let's log in. So if you log in, you come into this page, which is pretty straightforward. Here you can obviously log out. Here you can search a candidate, a specific candidate. And here you have projects. And by projects, we mean actually open vacancies. And that's the most important part for you. So if you click on projects, you can see different projects. A list of all the projects that you're currently working on, or all the vacancies you have in your team. You can sort this list very easily by project name or by date. If we do this. You can also search for a specific project. So if we look for a client, we will see only this one. And you see a couple of very interesting information for you. So you see per project the number of candidates that are currently have currently applied on that project. You'll see only the most relevant candidates. So those candidates are relevant to that project. You can see the date the project has been created, which is the date when the project has been opened for recruitment and for recruitment agencies to submit candidates. And here you see some stages. So out of your 8 candidates, you have one who is in telephone screening, introduced to HRM, which is hiring manager, or in the interview process or hired. Each of the steps here is mentioned by a number 1. So 1 means they are at the very beginning of the process. So 1 is we actually screening those candidates for you to make sure they are relevant to the position. If they're relevant to the position, we will introduce those candidates to you, and you'll get this status, introduced to hiring manager. If you feel, well, it's a good candidate, we could have him go through the interview process, then you'll get to this candidate will get to the status interview. If you feel, well, I don't really like the profile, this candidate will go to status rejected, right? Means is out of the recruitment process. If everything goes well, so is an interview process, is doing fine, then you want to make him an offer, so you will go to the status of a negotiation. And either he refuses or it doesn't work with the offer negotiation or is hired. So you can see all the steps here. There's one additional steps that you can see, for example, in this one, which is also part of the screening that we're making for you, because we're first doing a telephone screening just to check that the skill set is matching what you expect. And then we do a face-to-face screening, so we can check also personality and more. And only when a candidate has gone through those 2 steps successfully, it will be submitted to you and introduced to you. And you can make a decision if you want this candidate to go into the interview process or not. So it's a very simple overview and very easy for you to understand, okay, I have 8 candidates and we are so far in the process. So if we go now into a project to see the details, so you can just click on it. And here you see the list of all the candidates, so the 8 candidates we've seen. You can filter that list. So you can say, I only want to see the one are in interview process. So that's only this one. Or you can just have all of them. You'll see here project information, and that's something we'll be filling for you. So whenever you have a new project or a new vacancy, the coordinator will get in touch with you, will discuss with you your vacancy, and he will create a job description that you will approve. And once it's approved by you, it will be put here on the platform or via a link if it's published on the website. So if I go back to the candidates, I can take maybe just one. So this one is an interview process. So I want to know more about this candidate. So I can see the name, I can see where this candidate lives. I have the email address, obviously. I have a salary indication. I know if she wants or she has a bonus or she'd like to have a bonus. I have a link to a social platform. So ideally it will be a LinkedIn. Was a test account, so it's not there. I can also check the CV eventually if it's made available. I can check notes. So notes will be actually the feedback that you're giving. So every time you're meeting with the candidate, we will get your feedback. We will add it here. So for example, if you say no, it's not the right fit because of a skill that's missing, we will add it here. And the recruitment agency will be able to see that as well. Or we will add, okay, it's an approved candidate, or we need to pay attention because this candidate has a non-compete, for example. And you can see to which vacancies this candidate has applied to. It's very rare that there's several, but can happen. So in this case, you will see, okay, she applied to several vacancies. So that's actually it for the platform. So it's very easy, actually. You can see the overview of the candidates. You can also see who has submitted the candidates. So here you have stats, which is actually the test recruitment agency that we're using. So you know, okay, this candidate is coming from recruitment agency stat. And yeah, you can just follow your project from there. If you have any question, you can always contact recruitment@metrixlab.com and we'll make sure to answer your question as soon as possible. Thank you for your time.